Now there's a emphasis on encouragement for people to use and get a vaccine, to be vaccinated for the anti-flu vaccine, and apparently I'm not sure all of them, but apparently it's a nasal, it's put into the nose, and it contains gelatin. So a lot of people were asking this question, and I'm sure some people have seen posted in various forums that it's not a problem, but I wanted to share it because people are asking the question. So here, Hashgocha Protis, this is from yesterday's Shir Rambam. That is Perek Yud of Macholos Asuris. Kol ha'oichlim, halacha Yud and Yud Aleph. Kol ha'oichlim ha'asurim. Einu chayev aleim at sheyochel oisem derech hanor. Foods which are forbidden foods, you're only punishable if you ingest them in a normal way people enjoy them. Then he talks exception to this is Basa B'cholav and Kile HaKerem, which are Osa B'hanor. Let's skip to Yud Aleph. Ketzad, Harei shehimcho es ha'chelev, u'gemo'oi, keshehu cham. If you took chelev, which is forbidden fat, and you melted it, and you drank it, it's so hot, you burnt your throat by taking such a long hot fat. Or you ate it raw. Or you mix into it bitter ingredients, rosh velano, some kind of thistles, I don't know what, and he mixed it into yain nesech or into nevela, and he ate the food as it's bitter. So then he's potter. I must share this. I heard, I think, from my father about a fellow who was in Amoritz, and he got into his head, he ate so hard, I must eat treif. I must eat treif. I want treif. So he'd always been told, be careful with the candles. Don't drip them over the dishes because it might make the dishes treif. I must eat treif. He takes a candle, he gives a big bite into the candle. And he said, if this is what treif is, I'm not interested anymore. So if something which is not a geschmack to eat, not enjoyable, it's been spoiled with another ingredient, that's enough to make it that it's not punishable. That doesn't mean it's mutter. It means it's not punishable. So with the nasal thing, number one, the obvious thing is not being put in your mouth, it's being put in your nose, which is not a normal way of eating. I don't even know if it does go into your digestive system at all. The other one we said it's been spoiled. It's another thing is that back in the day, Dayan Abramsky, who was the Rav in London Besdin, I think it was just after the war. He has I think it's around Dayan Abramsky. I might be mixing up. As far as I remember, Dayan Abramsky has got a long tshuva about gelatin. The gelatin is made from. It's made from the skin and from the bones. It's not made from the flesh. And he goes into a whole discussion whether the bones and the skin of the animal are also included in the Easter of Tarfus. And he was taking the opinion that really gelatin is not osir ba'achila. The truth is, though, that any candies which say on them they have gelatin, they will not get a hechsher because people's attitude is that gelatin is treif, but there is room lahalocha to question that because it's not really an edible ingredient. So all in all, that this nasal vaccine is not a problem. I want to just throw. People might ask also on the derech Chassidus, where we know things are from Sholosh Klippos Atmeis and etc. So we learn in Chassidus that a chazer, a horse, is from Sholosh Klippos Atmeis. Are you allowed to ride a horse? Yeah. It's not so poshut. When it comes to eating, that aspect of the horse flesh is Sholosh Klippos Atmeis. The benefit of a horse and riding on it is not Sholosh Klippos Atmeis, it's Klippos Noiga, and you can have benefit from it. So it's not so poshut to say because it's from chazer, therefore it's totally Sholosh Klippos Atmeis. There are aspects from the chazer which are permitted in a permitted way, and it doesn't have the DNA of Sholosh Klippos Atmeis.
Ryan, can I just ask you one thing? How does that affect toothpaste?
All right, toothpaste. All right, I think we once discussed this. That toothpaste. The question here is: are you allowed to taste tray for food without ingesting. Now, toothpaste would have glycerin. Glycerin is not the same as gelatin. Glycerin is actually geschmack. It's got a good taste to it, and therefore all of these heteim don't apply to glycerin. So if toothpaste would contain animal glycerin, it would be a problem to eat it, to use it, because you're tasting it, even though you're not swallowing or you're not meant to swallow it. The truth is, though, as far as I understand, especially since the mad cow disease, that the usage of animal ingredients has become phased out, and you would not have an animal ingredient in toothpaste, and therefore it's not a question of mice. But if you knew it was from animal glycerin, then it would not be okay.